Pisces, welcome to May 2024. Thank you so much for being here. This is fab to watch if you are a sun, moon, rising Pisces, if you just like a Pisces, if you just want to check in on a Pisces reading. We're going to see what's going on for Pisces for the month. Let's get into it. Release rigidity, Valerian. Okay, so this is a new deck for me. I'm reading this, but I'll also read the booklet just so you get all of it and don't have to miss anything. Gosh, this is so Pisces, actually. I'm sorry, I'm getting like so much from this card. I'm trying to take it in before I start talking. Look at how cute you are in this card, Pisces. It's like all you got to do this month is just take a cat nap in the sun, be inspired, let those dreams just come to life and let it all flower in the most beautiful flower that also helps other people dream and be calm and have the most peaceful, wonderful sleep. And isn't that just you, Pisces, being your dreamy, gorgeous self that brings your dreamy, gorgeous visions to life and allows other people to be a part of your dreamy, gorgeous world in a way that makes things happen, makes beautiful flowers come to life. So let's see how much of that the booklet confirms or not. But I want you to have all the info. So we'll do a little reading of this and we'll get a Celtic cross going. Valerian stands tall in the garden, her stem stiff to compensate for a hollow core. But don't let her upright stance fool you. Valerian dreams of being a cat. So weird. In her efforts to become more mammalian, she's evolved an animal-like oil that acts as perfume to those with feline proclivities, while smelling like sweaty gym socks to the rest of us. Why a cat, you ask? Valerian's been watching felines and has come to the gleeful conclusion that cats are rather shameless and more content because of it. She asks you to aspire to a life free of self-flagellation and daily denigrations. Valerian begs you to relax your armored body, your stiff thoughts, your rigid emotions, and then join her for a shameless afternoon nap. Well, there you go. I guess we'll just see what else comes up in your reading. I'm like, did I say that same thing? I don't know. Sort of. I just wouldn't bring the shame into it because I love napping all afternoon. Why not? Napping all afternoon makes me exceptionally productive other times if I'm feeling really tired. And I feel like that's really you, Pisces. Like your dreamy, slow, beautiful self tends to need a lot of that rest and time in your dream state, in your imagination, in that soft, vulnerable place where you can be childlike and have all of your gorgeous, sweet, endearing emotions. Wow, I'm really on a Pisces love fest in this particular moment. But yeah, I've had a few friends with Pisces moons, and it's just, they're just can be the sweetest, most encouraging, lovely, slow, but dreamy and amazing people. So, okay, let me stop getting weird about Pisces here. But Pisces, I do think that you are the best. Central energy, let's see how this relates to your theme this month. Central energy for you through May, Ace of Pentacles in reverse, and the Ten of Swords. Okay, interesting. I just did a reading a while ago for Aquarius that also had these cards but in a different configuration. So maybe some kind of financial instability here, but before you panic, not necessarily, I mean, it could be losing a job, maybe you're really overwhelmed. That would definitely be a very obvious combo here. But maybe there is some instability here that is leading you to something new. It could be that you have, you've prepped or primed yourself for maybe like a travel around the world, or switching jobs, or maybe you did lose a job and you're set up to find a new one, but you just haven't quite yet. You know, if you've ever lost a job, or you quit a job unexpectedly and you have enough financial resource or friends you can crash with or whatever to kind of get you through for a little while, but you're panicked until you get that next job. And then you get another job and you're stable again, and you look back and you're like, gosh, those 4 weeks that I didn't know what I was doing, or those 4 months that I didn't know yet, I wish I could just have remembered that I am eventually going to get a job and actually relaxed and had a good time. That's the vibe I'm getting from this. There's some kind of transition happening this month for you financially or materially, or the place that you live. something that's been really stable for you is shifting in some way. It could be some way that you've planned on, or maybe it's a surprise for you and it's feeling particularly overwhelming. Yep, moving on. 6 of Swords. So you literally could be moving. You could be moving place. You could be moving away from a relationship. You could be moving, from anything that's stabilizing for you. And maybe this is actually by your own choice. My friend is moving through a divorce currently, and she's deciding on a few different directions. And one of them kept coming up with the Pentacles in reverse, Ace of Pentacles in reverse. And I was like, yeah, you want to be moving out of this relationship, and your finances are going to be destabilized for a while as you guys separate. That makes sense. But how you react to it is totally on you. She has a stable job. She has a job that she loves that's financially pretty lucrative, but she's going from double income to single income. And even though that's going to be more than enough for her and her kiddo, she's in 10 of Swords about it. She's worried about it. She's anxious. Well, what does this mean? What does that mean? And caught up in all of the details. But she's choosing to move on for the best and for her and her family. And ultimately, it's going to be really, really wonderful for all people involved. But she's really, really anxious about it. But what if, stick with me, Pisces, what if you could just, trade in the 10 of Swords for the 10 of Cups? What if instead of choosing anxiety, like we can just choose, what if you replace it with I know it's going to work out. It always does some way. I know I'm going to be happy again if I feel unhappy now. I always figure it out somehow. I know if I'm losing my job, I'm going to get another one because that's what the world is. We work until we don't have to anymore. I know if I lost $10 today, it's okay because I'm going to find $10 tomorrow. What if you just replace that 10 of Swords? That's going to be my advice to you for whatever comes up the rest of the month. Let's see what else does come up. Speaking of, King of Swords in reverse here in the subconscious. So gosh, there really could be a sense of you don't know what you're doing anymore. The King of Swords is fabulous with a plan. He's very calculated. He's in his thoughts. This is you feeling like I've lost my vision. I don't know where I'm going. I thought I had a plan. My life was laid out. I knew it very clearly. I felt very good about it because I didn't feel panicked about it at all. But the King of Swords is also not very a feeling person. So you might have felt good about it because it was on autopilot, right? But now that things are shifting, you're in this place where you're I don't know what I'm doing and I'm choosing not to feel about it. 3 of Swords in reverse. I'm terrified to feel right now. I just need to think my way through it. But how can I do that when everything is not the way that it was recently? What else is going on for you, Pisces? Okay, you are very consciously understanding that you're just in a place of apathy right now. You're understanding this month that you're kind of emotionally full, right? The universe is trying to give you that 4th cup and you are over it very explicitly. You just be really loving and kind with yourself. Take a cat nap. Take a cat nap, girl. Let's get a clarifier for that conscious state of being here. You are very clearly girl. Okay, so you are just in a place where you really need to recharge. Ace of Wands in reverse just says you are working hard to keep that inner vitality alive. So some big shift is happening, or maybe you just are overwhelmed. Maybe you're in burnout right now. Have you been working too hard? Has your job been working you too hard? Have you been just in an upheaval about something in your life? And this is overwhelm. This is burnout. This is, I cannot take anymore. I am full. What's all that corporate jargon? I don't have the bandwidth. I'm having to make it all up myself. Do not tell me anything is coming down the pipeline. Okay, I'm trying to come up with corporate jargon and it's not working. Anyway, you are very clear that you are done. Emotionally and energetically. So take a nap. Spirit's got you. You're going to flourish. Look at what happens when you take a cat nap. You're protected here by the clouds. There's some sun coming down on you. And what comes out from your rest, this beautiful flower, this beautiful iteration of something you can create that you're not going to get to if you continue to worry or come from a place of fear. Okay, what happened in the recent past for you? Ooh, you tried something new. Maybe you were I'm going to try this whole new thing. I'm ready for a whole new chapter of life. And maybe you feel like you fell off the cliff. The Fool is so stoked. The Fool is I can't wait to go on this journey. What is pain? I don't even know. And they don't know. That's what the Fool card is about. It's a 0. They haven't experienced anything yet. They've just got their earbuds in And sometimes we fall off the cliff when we start on new journeys, right? Sometimes we have to like fall on our face and be like, oh, falling on my face hurts. I'm going to look before I cross the street next time. But don't let falling on your face keep you from making the next move. Yeah, you won. Something about in the recent past looks really successful. You started a whole new project. There was like a whole new chapter of life starting in some area of your life, and it felt really successful. It felt really good. It felt like you won at something. You were publicly recognized, or you were recognized by yourself. You felt really successful in overcoming some recent challenge. Maybe you fell when you started something new and you got back up and you felt really good about it. Where is it taking you? What's coming in the near future? You're doubting yourself though. What's going on, Pisces? I'm not tracking the story here because it's kind of all over the place, but that's okay. If it's resonating for you or if this is helpful for your month, it doesn't matter if I understand it or not. I'm just reading cards for you. 8 of Swords here in the future says you're really tied up now and in your head and in your thoughts and worried. You're at a standstill. You don't want to do it anymore. You think you're a terrible person, or, you've got like all the self-doubt going on. But look at the swords. They're down. They are, all it is she's like tied up. All it is, she's tied up in the middle of a bunch of swords. Like, that's not a big deal. What I'm trying to say is the swords aren't active, right? They're not up and in her face. She's not like being almost cut by someone. There isn't like an active battle going on, is what I'm saying. The swords are down and she just is afraid. And always in the 8 of Swords, there's like some kind of body of water. She's usually standing in water, which means it is forcing you to connect with your intuition. It is forcing you to go inside. It is forcing you, Pisces, to turn off your brain and take a nap and really that's the way out of this, is to be in your feelings, be in your heart, allow yourself to grieve. When we see the 3 of Swords in reverse, I know I'm skipping around a little bit. It's like, we are resisting our feelings. It's, and the 4 of Cups too, you gotta let it out. You gotta come back into your heart. You're really worried. You're overly worried and maybe even obsessing about something here when you could replace this with healthier thoughts, grounding your nervous system, meditation, put yourself in a hot tub or in a hot bath. Like, do those little things, drink tea instead of coffee. I swear if you do all those little things for your nervous system, it calms and changes your entire life. You're not feeling very resourced. You're feeling like you're really having to work at filling your cup right now. It's really just reading burnout all the way around here. Ace of Wands in reverse, Ace of Cups in reverse here, which is really interesting. So maybe you started something here in the recent past that just went so well. It could have taken you to a place where you just didn't recognize success. Like, this happened to me this year where I manifested different situations in my life where I went so far in a direction I've never gone before successfully in a few different areas, my personal life, professional life, that I started to look around and I was like, didn't recognize signs of success anymore. I was like, wait, I don't feel the same way in this relationship. Is that bad? But everything tells me it's like really, really good logically. At work, I was like, wow, I'm not having any of the same conflicts I've had in the past with work. Am I doing something wrong? But I was just doing everything so right. I sort of propelled myself into a place where I didn't recognize the signs that I'm doing okay. And so maybe that's what this is about, Pisces. I know I'm kind of just like talking it out with you here, but maybe you're really in a place where you're actually totally fine. I got that sense from the very beginning, just talking about these 2 cards, but you're worrying about it. You're like, wait, I should be feeling way more stressed. I'm not, so clearly something's wrong, or I'm not quite sure. But know, Pisces, that you gotta break it up. You have to interrupt the negative feelings, the negative thoughts, and give yourself time to rest. And Valerian is actually something people take to sleep. So this channel is by no means a doctor or suggesting any kind of medical help here, but like drinking tea at night, doing those soothing things for your body that actually help you really rest and relax is actually like what this card is talking about. Oh my God, release rigidity. I didn't even read that before. So Okay, how are you feeling about all of this, Pisces? Seven of Cups. You're like, all the options are gone. I can't do anything. I had all these beautiful places I could have gone before, all of these different roads that were available to me, all of these different options I wanted to take in life, and none of them are available anymore. I'm so sorry, Pisces. I don't mean to laugh at you. I'm commiserating, but it does feel like you guys are feeling real sad for yourself. 10 of Cups in reverse. There's a feeling of like real defeat here, real sadness. And I want to laugh because it just doesn't seem true to me in the way that you see a little kid feel so sad over spilled milk, you know, that they really wanted to drink. And you're like, honey, we've got a whole gallon over there. It's okay. But kids go through those really big emotions. And so you kind of chuckle and you're like, oh, how sweet and endearing. That's how I'm feeling about you, Pisces. I'm like, the whole picture is like so brilliant. I'm just getting the sense that like there is so much new and gorgeous success here. But you're feeling like a little kid with this spilled milk cup when there's a whole gallon of milk over here. So I feel like all you've got to do is have a shift of consciousness, which sometimes means just cutting it off, like take a nap, you know, and then come back refreshed. And I guarantee you, Pisces, you're going to see things in a different way. People, places, things around you this month that are going to help or hinder you. So 6 of Pentacles in reverse. 6 of Pentacles is about reciprocity. It's about receiving gifts. It's about really feeling supported and lifted up by or it could be you feeling really generous. So when it's in reverse, it's kind of one or the other. It's not necessarily a bad feeling or like you won't be supported this month, but people, places, things around you in May could help you feel supported, or you might feel really good supporting others, right? Let's get a clarifier for this. Yeah, it's going to lift you back up. Whichever way that goes for you, it's going to lift you back up. So maybe you hear a friend sick and you're like, hey, I want to bring you chicken soup. And it brings you out of your own anxiety for a moment and helps you do something for someone else and lifts your mood. Or maybe someone reaches out and says, oh my gosh, Pisces, you're going through a tough moment. Like, don't worry about the spilled milk. Come out. I'll buy you a whole other gallon. We'll have like a fun time together. And that lifts you up. It's going to be like a resurrection. So anytime you feel the impetus or you have the opportunity this month to engage with someone else like that, like receive help or give help, take it, because it's going to give you like a second lease on life. It's going to be one of your roads out of some of this anxiety. Biggest wishes and fears this month, the King of Wands. God, you want to feel good again. You want to feel stable. You want to feel hot. You want to feel confident. Confident is the big word with the King of Wands, but he's also stable. He's assured. He's not just confident, but he teaches the class on confidence, and he helps other people be confident. And he makes sure that your dreams are alive and that they're not just alive, but they're going to burn alive for your whole life. He's got energy, but he's also got the stamina to keep it going all night long. That flew out. I'm not going to take it. You are really, it's like when you don't feel good and all of a sudden you feel a little bit better and you're like, oh my God, I feel so good. You just want to feel like yourself again. You want to feel like this victory. You want to feel, yeah, like the king of the world again. And it's going to take stopping doing what you're doing. 8 of Pentacles in reverse. Just ease up on any of the tasks that you're doing. Stop giving momentum to things that are holding you back, and you'll start to go this way. You'll start to pick up your confidence and go in a different direction. Culmination for you, I mean, you pick up, girl. Gosh, the culmination is the Knight of Swords. Okay, so this is reading like the whole month might be really fraught with anxiety. Oh God, that came to mind. I was like, don't say it. It's coming out of your mouth. The whole month might be colored by your mind being exceptionally active. And this can cut both ways, especially with the night, right? The nights are that adolescent strata of our consciousness. So there's not a lot of balance with the nights. You might get a lot of really good thoughts one day, but a lot of really negative ones the next day. You need some grounding with the Knight of Swords. So write down all the good thoughts this month, write down all the inspiration, write down all of the compliments you get or the good reviews you get online, or write down all of the things that like build you up, and let go of, actively deflect anything that brings you down or feels cutting or doesn't feel like it's supporting you this month. Because the Knight of Swords is a lot of energy. From how low you feel, that energy is going to feel good, but the Knight of Swords can go both ways. Happy, sad. Lift you up. It can cut away all the bullshit. It can also cut you down to size. Don't let it, right? The cards are warning you the same thing. Five of Pentacles is where you feel down and out. So utilize the Knight of Swords energy really positively this month, and you'll have a fabulous month, because getting a hold of your thoughts and how you use them and direct them to create your experience in your reality this month is going to be massive for you, Pisces. You can replace this. You can replace this with the Ten of Cups. You can. You might be unstable here and moving on to new, better things, but you can have a good experience in those 4 weeks, 4 months without a job until you get a new one, versus have all the anxiety. So choose the nap, choose the support, choose the new flower through your sweetest, calmest, best little dreams, Pisces, and refresh, rejuvenate, and come back refreshed. You got this. You're totally fine. Sometimes we just need a reminder that there is something different than the reality you think that you're going through. You're so good. There's so much milk. Okay, we'll catch you on the next one.